Still baby. Yes.
Would you kind of go through the most improvement that each player has made through this year?
Gosh. If I can remember, I couldn't even remember who we signed. Yeah, I think so. Real quickly, I think Tabor Spaney's defense has gotten better. Kamika Williams has been more consistent. Megan Simmons is understanding how to play defense. She's getting there. Sierra Burdick is becoming an all-around player for us. Can play inside, can play out. Ariel Massengale's become a great leader. She just needed that help, and I think Jolette Law has done a great job with her in helping her lead. Isabel Harrison is probably the most improved player from last year. Didn't hardly play last year, and is a key for us. If we get her back, she is a key for us. I will tell y'all this. Her defensive presence inside is huge, and her offensive scoring ability. She's just a foundation for us. And when we get her back, it's going to be huge for us. Let's see. Jasmine Phillips is started off and got injured, and I think for her it's just repetition, and she's getting better. She's one of our better defenders. Jasmine Jones. I think Jasmine Jones is now understanding just how good she can be, extremely athletic, and learning to take her athleticism and put it on the basketball court. And Bashar Graves is she just keeps getting better and better. I mean, she just has a knack for the game, a love for the game, and I tell Bashar she's just old school. She gets on the block and she just goes to work. So I think I got everybody. Nia Moore, and Nia's been, she didn't come to summer school, so that set her back, and I think Nia she's with the repetition and individual workout. I thought in our last game against Ole Miss, she was awesome, and that's what we need, and we need to rely on Nia to come in and give us some minutes. I look at Nia Moore as Isabel Harrison last year. So that's my comparison. She has great potential. She just needs repetition. Yes?
I noticed Carter's arm is out of the sling and she seems to be using it. Can you bring us up to date on her condition? Where do you stand in reference to a medical year of eligibility?
Yeah, Andre Carter had a successful shoulder surgery. That's hard to say. And she's now out of her sling, and she'll have a red shirt, so she'll have 4 more years for us, which is, we hated her. I mean, she was a tremendous leader for us as a freshman, one of our better defenders, but injuries have just plagued us this year, and so now we know we have her for 4 years, so she'll essentially be a freshman next year. Yes?
Going forward, will you be considering carrying more people on the roster?
That's a great question. We will, and it's kind of twofold because we need more people now because of injuries. But then, if everybody stays healthy, it's really extremely hard to play 15 people and keep everybody happy and get a rotation down. But I foresee us signing. If we can sign 15, we'll sign 15. It's a great question. Nobody on that table want to get me with something? Yes?
How about Izzy? What's her status, and when do you think you'll get her back?
Izzy? Izzy? She is, I think, progressing real quickly. She doesn't, some people swell up a lot. She doesn't, which is a good thing. Now, y'all don't go out and write this in the paper, Jimmy, but
on radio.
On the radio. I think it can be a week, 2 weeks, 3. I think she's just about there. I just don't know what the doctors see about pushing her, and they see a little bit more. But I do really think we'll get her back this year in a timely fashion. I do.
Two things. Has there been any surprises taking over the helm? And I know you did the interim last year, but anything that surprised you? And two, it seems like we've picked up the tempo a little bit more this year. Is that more due to the players, or is that more kind of a philosophical change?
Well, I think the answer to your second question, I think we've always wanted to run the basketball. We just have a little bit more an athletic team to do that, and that's a little bit of I think it was Pat's too, but I'm really emphasizing that because I like the up tempo, I like to score quick, I like to press. I just think it separates you from a team. So with smaller numbers, we've had to cut down on what we do, and I've had to call timeouts that I normally don't do to give us a little rest. But I love when you have people that can run, you just run the basketball, and we have people that can get out and play. So that's probably why you're seeing us do that. And plus we are kind of making them do that. We're holding them accountable to do that. I think for difference in what probably I think the basketball is obviously in the games I'm making more decisions, and I tell you it has really been fun to have Pat at practice every day, and I know not too many people would want their former boss looking over their shoulder. I love it. I love her there. I think sometimes she stays back because she doesn't want to get in the way and wants me to be able to do my thing. And I tell her, you know what, Pat, I love you being there. I absolutely do. I've been around you for 20-something years. I wouldn't know what to do with you not there. So that to me has been different. That I don't see Pat as much active, but I do enjoy her being there. I think probably the biggest thing for me has just been a time commitment, just of going and doing and a little bit more recruiting and having to be at different places throughout the week and everywhere. So, but it is what it is. So I still love it, but getting in late that's one thing I don't do. I'm a morning person. Hard for me to stay awake late. Yes.
Looks like dribble drive to the bucket still gives us problems, doesn't it?
It does. I wish our kids were here for you to. They could hear it from somebody else. It does. I think in women's basketball right now, players are getting more athletic. That's the hardest thing, especially if they're a three-point shooter and they can penetrate. It's extremely hard, and we work on it every day, and we'll continue to do that. But it's difficult for our team, and some kids get it and some don't. And it's about angles and where you send them. And it's not that you don't have to be quick to be a great defender. It's how you play, you position yourself. And sometimes our players go out and in their mind they're beat before they even take off. And we're trying to change that mindset. It's a work in progress. That's a great observation. We do. And I continue to get upset. Yes, the other day we had... in practice now, we had 11 middle drives. Yeah, it wasn't really fun. And all I saw them was running, because when they middle drive, we just run. So we're in great shape because we can't defend the penetration. Yes, sir.
Would you ever entertain playing Connecticut during the regular season?
Probably not. Probably not.
You might want to repeat the question.
Would I ever entertain playing Connecticut in the regular season? The answer is no. It's just I will say this, I was in on Pat's decision to make that decision for a lot of reasons, and my biggest thing was, if you're upset with them and things that they've done, why would you want them to play on the floor that says Pat Summit? So that was just my thought. I don't want somebody who I'm not, who you're upset with, come down and play on your floor. So, and I'm gonna honor that for Coach Summit.
Can you get a forecast of how Mercedes is going to fit into your new back line? What's it going to look like next year?
It's going to be real tall. It's going to be real tall. That forecast is going to be real. She's just extremely versatile, tall young lady that's very skilled and athletic. Now she's going to have to adjust to the physicalness in college, because when you're big in high school, there's nobody that really can guard you. But she's played USA basketball for a couple of years and has been successful and has a very good high school coach. So I anticipate her stepping right in and be able to play. But it depends on how she adjusts to our game, the up and down, us running the basketball. But she's a very skilled young lady. So I don't all of them. The other two are so athletic, and they're just going to fit into what we want to do. And that's part of recruiting. Recruiting is about timing and it's about your needs. So you can pass up on a great point guard because you may have already two point guards and you need another position. So I think we signed 3 players that will help with our needs. We signed some very good shooters, very athletic players, and a big kid inside that can dominate.
You've played 3 of the elite teams in Notre Dame, Baylor, and Stanford. What do you need to do? What's missing to get you to that level against those elite teams?
What is missing? Jimmy asked a question. What is missing by getting playing with the elite teams as Stanford and Notre Dame and Baylor? And I will tell you this. I think having Isabel Harrison on the floor when we play is huge for us. She sprained her ankle in Texas, so she didn't play in Baylor. And then we came home and played Stanford, and she played about 3 minutes and wasn't very good there because of her ankle. And then Notre Dame, she hurt her knee. So I think her presence of inside and us understanding I think our turnovers have hurt us with that group. Whether they make us play fast or they make us play nervous or we're not confident. And that's up to us as coaches to get them to that level where they go in a game that they are confident. I think shot selection is huge with those 3 teams. You cannot, every time you come down on offense, you've got to be able to at least get an opportunity to score. And when you turn it over and take bad shots, you don't have those. So I think understanding shot selection and taking care of the basketball are 2 other things that would be something that we need to address. We're right there, and I have a lot of confidence in this team. I like this team. I like them. I like how hard they work. We just got to get a little bit more discipline in our game, and I think that's from youth, and that's up to us as coaches again to make sure that they get the discipline. We hold them accountable, and I think the more we do that, the better that they're going to be and understand the game.
Holly, what's some of the advice, maybe best advice that Pat's given you since the season started?
It's just kind of a daily thing. She just probably tells me to don't get too high and don't get too low, and just make sure I stay in the moment. I mean, she's been the master of not letting things get to her or get overexcited or get really, really frustrated. And I think just her love of the players and how she took care of the players and how our staff did. I just see when you see former players coming back and wanting to be around your head coach and be around your program, you've done something really special. And when I see these young ladies come back, Candace Parker leaves Russia and comes back, Tamika Catchings comes in, then you know that you understand what Pat means by taking care of people. So I think out of all that, you just got to make sure, as I said, the players need to know you care. And those young ladies know that Pat cares about them to this day. So, anybody else? I'm getting off easy. Jody Wright doesn't have a question I can't believe it. Well, you know what, y'all think, and let me say this, thanks for your support. We bring recruits in all the time, and it's amazing. The first thing they see is all this orange in the stands, and we sell you all so much in it's just whether we're on the road or we're at home, it's a big selling point for us, and we obviously appreciate it, and I will promise you this, we're going to continue to work hard, and we're going to put a great product on the floor for you all to watch, so we appreciate it. Thank you.